Hello, everyone. Welcome to Budapest, round 13 of the championship. Over half distance now, and things are getting very interesting in all walks of life. So this is going to be a cracking Grand Prix indeed. Then qualifying one is just around the corner, and it is a technical dust bowl of a circuit. This one is here tonight. It is completely different to the action that we seen last week in Silverstone. Of course, fast flowing and well, very flat indeed. This one isn't as flat. Then there are some undulations on the circuit, but it is a technical, twisty circuit, and it is very difficult to overtake. I think that the most obvious point to overtake of this circuit is going down into turn one. Apart from that, I think that you have to have a lot of help from the opposition to overtake anywhere else. Two substitute drivers in here tonight. Then it is Indigo, who is replacing Boxo, having a horror show of a season, and I seen the other person, and Delando, former bronze champion in of its own right as well, also having a difficult season and has been replaced by Nameless, who was a former full-time driver a few seasons ago. Let's go through the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Because that is where we need to start. That is what all these drivers are fighting for, and that is the one thing that is very much on the edge of the minds of the top drivers then, and potentially other drivers as well, trying to make their way up into the higher echelons of the Gold Championship. Lucas Percy leads the way by 11 points now. Sam Swift Ninja is now down in second position. It feels like the tide has changed somewhat in the championship, with Menace in third position. Still yet to get off the mark in terms of wins there for Menace. Hopefully they will in the not too distant future. Troy in fourth position. Brilliant results last time out for Troy, eh? It was last week, wasn't it? Goodness me. And then we have Brabant in fifth position. The Mortal in sixth, and making the Mortals, I think, 65th Grand Prix last night. Well done. German in seventh position. Great result last week for German. Of course, it wrongly said that German had his first. That would have been German's first Grand Prix win. However, that is not the case. German won earlier on in Saudi Arabia, as shocking stuff indeed. That maybe I should. It's not like I've not watched the races. Kez in 8th position. Kaz in 8th position. Kez in 9th, and Toyko in 10th position. Those three drivers, I'm a bit disappointed with, to be honest, this season in terms of their performances. I thought they'd be higher up in the championship than that. Equals in 11th position there. Boxstall in 12th. Legends in 13th. Chappers in 14th for Delando, and the Coop 15th and 16th. 3 points for Knowlesy, 2 points for Mr. Rage. Cam and Mag still yet to get off the mark, unfortunately, in the driver's standings. And in the constructors' standings, it looks like this. And the constructors, is anyone out on track yet? Nope, because they're all on intermediate tyres, so I'm not interested. In the constructors' standings, then, we have Aston Martin took the lead in the Constructors' Championship of course, last week. They were a great result indeed then for Aston Martin. Williams dropped down to second now, with Haas are in third position, and Haas, I think they're going to be under a bit of threat from Ferrari, though, because Ferrari are now starting to reel them in quite quickly. Alpine are in fifth position then, with 9 points separates them and the Mercedes team. 2 points separates them and Kick Sauber. Great result last week for Kick Sauber. RB down in 8th position now. That's pretty disappointing then. But Red Bull only on 29 points so far, 32 points away from the RB team, and McLaren on 11 points as well. But at least McLaren are starting to score points now, which was not the case, which was certainly not the case earlier on this season, was it? So they're trying to stabilise things in the McLaren home. And then in the constructors, joint constructors, I should say, this is getting very interesting indeed. No one's still on a lap at the moment, so that's cool. In the joint constructors, it is Alpine that leads the way. They're 81 points away from the Mercedes team. Mercedes is incredible 1-2 in silver. Incredible 1-2 in silver. Catapulted them right up into second in the joint constructors. Aston Martin are now a point behind in third position, with a further 7 points back as Ferrari in fourth. Then a 31-point gap between the Williams and the Ferraris, which is fifth position. And then Haas kind of in as Legends goes fast but not interested. Seventh position is the RB team. Eighth position is the Red Bull team. Kick Sauber in ninth position on 34 points, and the McLaren on 31 points. And that is their total out of all three championships. There, not ideal at all, unfortunately. And I think that's the kind of the crux of it all. That's the bee's knees, as they say. Right. I'm hungry, says Knowlesy. I'm always hungry, unfortunately, as that's why I've got a big waistline. Coop, as in Soup, was the first bona fide driver out on the circuit, so let's go on board now with Coop. There's the tackles, the S's as well. Well, it's really S's, and of course, there's left, right, left chicanes here. In terms of rain and things like, well, we had rain 100% on Wednesday, didn't we? Purple in the second sector for Coop, but of course, he's the first driver out on circuit. Yes, we had rain in the 100%, so I'm expecting expecting rain again over the next couple of days as well here in Hungary. Of course, our first ever wet race around here actually didn't happen until 20 years after the first Grand Prix here in 1986, which is actually the 2006 Grand Prix, which was won by Jenson Button, which I'm sure is on his 100th Grand Prix start, if I'm not very much mistaken, which I might be. I'm sure he also won his 200th Grand Prix start as well here back in 2011 when he was driving for McLaren Mercedes. Of course, Button was driving for the Honda team when he won his first Grand Prix, of course, which was formerly known as the British American Racing Team, which then had their 100% stake sold to Honda as well. And lovely history lesson there as well. Percy, I'm fat. So am I, to be honest. There we go there. I don't think Percy's fat at all. I think the only thing that Percy can be accused of being greedy of at the moment is the number of wins that he's got in his career in ALR. He is now within 10 wins of the all-time record holder, which is Emerson. He's got 33 so far, as Nameless goes second faster, 10th second away from Coop at the moment. Yellow flags in the final sector. Nothing to worry about there. And also, happy birthday to Agatha Christie as well. How do I know that? It just flashed up on my laptop for some reason. So great stuff indeed. Mr. Rage there into the... It's Mr. Raging Bull, I should say. I keep calling him Mr. Rage, and potentially I should be calling him Mr. Raging Bull. However, when he was under the banner of Mr. Rage, he was a pole sitter and a regular points contributor as well. But unfortunately, so far, it hasn't gone too well for the Sauber team and for Mr. Rage. But still in it, and that's the main thing. Is good stuff indeed. That evening show, my future Sauber teammate. As yes, there has been some talk of updates about the performance of the cars, which means there'll be a shuffling 100% as well, because that is all down to realistic performance and all that kind of stuff. So me and Mushroom, because we're so quick and because we're easily dominating that championship, we are going to kick Sauber. I say that with tongue in cheek because McLaren have only got in the 100%. McLaren have only got. Only got 67 points then, and 61 of those 67 points has actually come from the Mushroom. So the other guy, the Ginger Rage fellow, has basically only contributed 6 points. That's 67 total. Good stuff indeed. But you know, what can I say? I've just been very unlucky. Or perhaps I'm very slow. I'm going to go with very unlucky, I think, then maybe. And also, I do think I'm being sabotaged as well, because I'm sure that Cirrus Mushroom had the new front wing on Wednesday, and I didn't, which was absolutely disgraceful behaviour indeed. I don't understand why Mushroom's getting all the new parts. It's not like he's at 61 points in front of me or nothing. But there we go. I'm going to have a bone with Zach Brown. I haven't said that. Zach Brown is not even in the... Oh, my goodness me. What's going on between Keza and Toy Coin? Oh, goodness gracious me. That's not ideal at all, is it, to start off to prep your lap then. It's only qualifying one, of course, coming across the line now. Of course, Zach Brown is not in Azerbaijan. Zach Brown is actually in Music City, I believe, isn't it? It's the final race of the IndyCar season. Of course, Alex Palou is in the championship, but down in 24th, so that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Unfortunately, it clashes with, oh goodness me, it's Toy Coins up back end trying to overtake the front there. Unfortunately, it does clash with ALR. I'm surprised that this race is going ahead, to be honest, because I must say I was expecting everyone to be very much asking for this race to be postponed, just like the England game earlier on the season, to watch the final showdown of IndyCar. Potentially. On board Toy Coin. Goodness me, how much speed did he carry through that? No wonder why I'm not very quick. Good luck, Gold Driver, said McLaren will win the joint constructors. To be honest, I think it's mathematically... Oh my goodness me! And what was that? That was another problem with the Ferrari. The Ferraris are really against Toy Coin at the moment now. Toy Coin is livid. Absolutely livid with that. Then, of course, there was a couple of shenanigans about running each other off the track as well in the last race for where Toy Coin and German was involved. And Toy Coin is not having the best of luck this season. And unfortunately, that two Ferraris have really hurt Toy Coin on the opening stage of this one. He's going for it again now, Toy Coin is, but he will not be his very best here. Toy Coin won't there, but I think that not a happy man indeed. That Menace starting their lap now. Bravo out on circuit on the soft tyres. So I'm just watching. We're just watching Chappers there, just taking a look. And as Toy Coin now has, I think, a lot of frustration in that RB car. Bravo is a second up in the first sector. To be honest, I don't think that. I'm sure that if the I can't remember which team's top now, the joint constructors, but I think that if McLaren I think they can still win technically, but yeah, it's nigh on impossible now. I think it's almost impossible for McLaren to actually finish anywhere above the top half. I know we've only just reached half distance here, and if McLaren do finish anywhere above six, if they finish in the top half of the joint constructors, I'll eat my hat. Which will be a chance I don't wear a hat, to be fair, but if I did, I would be absolutely astonished by it then. Kaz retired from the session. That's not good, is it, for Kaz? Across the line there comes Brabit. Fastest out on a 7-2-4 here for Kaz. And time for some Hungaro string as well, says Novelty. As Chappers goes fast there, but then that is very quickly eclipsed by 0.4 of a second from Menace, who goes quicker still. Who's that in the background there? I spy. I think it's a Mercedes car of a mortal who is going for another bite of the cherry now. I got a lot of buzzing going on my phone. It must be the Golf on at the moment. Keza then just on board now with Keza then, of course, in the Haas. I can't remember Silverstone at all. I think Haas had a really good result, didn't they? With Keza finishing, yes, indeed, then Troy and Keza had a really good result as a team, didn't they? Finishing, I think it was 6th and 7th, didn't they, in that Grand Prix. So Haas, Haas have got probably the strongest team on paper, but they are not scoring high enough at the moment there to really be a challenge to the Constructors' Championship leaders of the Williams and the Aston Martin teams. Keza goes second fastest, and German is in third at the moment. German was very much at the races last week, wasn't he? A great performance there from German, who of course was very much flying out there, wasn't he? German was there. Hopefully German can keep up that pace tonight as well. 200 seconds separate Sam Swift and Menace Max Moon, looking very grey and overcast over there at the moment. It's not looking ideal at all. I apologise profusely. My comments is broken again. It's annoying because sometimes I have to refresh my phone every now and again, and sometimes I forget to do it. We got Cam out on circuit. Who's that just jumped up the order? Whilst I was moaning with my phone. Mags is gone 11th fast mode, and Mags and Cam, the only two drivers yet to score in the Gold Championship this season, but they are not the only drivers that have failed to score in their Gold careers. We can go through a whole list of drivers, but I'm not going to do that tonight, mainly because I'm not feeling very fruity tonight. Here's Equals in the second RB. First RB had a bit of a trek, didn't they? And unfortunately, having a lot of issues. Toy Coin was there. 5 minutes in this qualifying session to go. We are aiming to lose the 5 slowest drivers. That's at Farfa. Yeah. Hello to you, Farfa. As we've also got, but you scored the best 6 points. There's much saying. Thank you very much, there's much. I'll pay you in kind later. As of course, as I do always. The reason why I have so many lovely comments is basically because I'm just bragging. Blagging? No. Kez is out of qualifying now, but Kez is out of the session, but it should be safely through into this qualifying free session as Cam almost off the circuit. Knowles is about to come through the final turn there as well. It's because I bribe. All the viewers. You see, that's why I get so many nice comments. Knowles are going 14th fastest there. Certainly when it comes to my racing craft. Anyway, goodness gracious me. Opinion on Perez and Sainz. Flippy saying, serious question. Perez's fault. I would have gone the opposite way. I thought it was Carlos Sainz's fault. I think it's a racing incident. Was it a racing incident? I think it's probably a racing incident, but it did feel a bit crashing on the straight. It did feel very much lobby type, didn't it? And I'm sure we've seen that before in ALR as well. Over many times in ALR we've seen that. So it can be done quite easy. I'm surprised they've done more in F1, to be honest, but they are professional racing drivers, but so is the ALR racers as well. But I think that from my perch up here, I think it was more Sainz's fault rather than Perez's fault, personally. Cars have a qualifying ban. I should probably read the parish notices, shouldn't I? Because I forget to send footage in for the previous week. I think Keza might be due a win by now. Serious Rush State. I would actually add Menace into that fold as well, Mushroom, because I think also Menace deserves probably deserves a Grand Prix win as well. Here's Percy, who's had a lot of Grand Prix wins, 6 Grand Prix wins so far this season, going for his 7th win in 12 races. That's over a 50% strike rate at the moment. 3.5 minutes ago in this qualifying session. Toy Coin is out on circuit now. I wonder if Toy Coin's going to be very unhappy to use another set of tyres, if that is a new set of tyres then. So that is just going to absolutely really put Toy Coin in a good mood. Then Indigo goes faster, but not unfortunately improving his position. Well, now Mr. Rage out of qualifying, Cars out of qualifying as well. Troy down in 19th and Toy Coin. All eyes are going to be on Toy Coin then. See what I can do. Perez push sides his near wheel. Churchill says it's his fault then. And to be honest, you could not argue with Churchill because you could definitely save on car insurance with Churchill. Is that company still going now? I must admit, the last car insurance advertising was Sheila's Wheels. So there we go. Obviously, you can tell that I don't have a car or anything like that. However, I probably do need to get me car insurance going, don't I? Especially after all the action that I've seen in 100%. Is the McLaren team are probably very unhappy with some of my track excursions over the past 10 races or so in 100%. And also the fact is that my McLaren is never home and dry in every race, because there always seems to be a bit of damage there as well. So perhaps I should go with Sheila's Wheels potentially. Just watching Toy Coin in turn 3. There he goes then. Turn 3, enough in turn to be honest, in the dry, in the wet it can be. I think Marcus Ericsson, did he crash there in 2014 in his Caterham? It was Caterham back then, wasn't it? With that one of the most horrific, horrible, ugliest looking F1 cars in history there, with the gentleman's appendage on the front of the car, which the 2014 spec cars. Don't get me wrong, I must admit, it takes a lot for me to say an F1 car is ugly, but my word, the 2014 cars were pretty horrific. But that Caterham definitely does take the biscuit. It really does indeed. I do normally take the biscuit, but I think that Caterham beat me to it that time. And also that year as well. And of course, a very random driver substitute of Andre Lotterer drove in Belgium, didn't he, for Caterham as well, which is very odd, in place of Kumubi Kobayashi. Andre Lotterer, of course, a legend in sports car. Toy Coin goes fastest out, a quarter of a second in front of Menace Max there. But we're not surprised by Toy Coin's performance in one lap there. Indigo, I think, is out of qualifying here. Well, he is about halfway around the circuit, but he's got to get a move on. Cam out on circuit now. Got a lot of drivers on outlaps here. Oh, goodness me, that was very close to going to the back of the Aston Martin there, was Cam. We got a second McLaren of Nameless out there. Just taking a look to see who else is trying to get a lap in. I think Coop is also starting us up. There is Coop. I think he's the furthest driver around then, who is tackling this circuit now. We're on board with Coop. On board with Coop now then, is that we are really flying then in the second part, and it's 3/10 of a second up for Coop. Coop has had a very strong lap anyway from the get-go. Mag is out of qualifying. That's not good at all. Unfortunately for the Mercedes driver, I think the Mag might be seeing himself exiting stage left here. Indigo has made it across the line and is going for another bite of cherry now, but we could see some tears in qualifying one here out of the final turn, and Coop does go in a very superb 8th position. German does not improve, and that might be a bit of a concern later on. The checker flag is fluttering in the Hungarian breeze. Troy goes 10 fastest after it was at last, so Troy is through safe and sound as well. Who else is out there? Indigo is actually just finishing his lap then. Knowlesy is just starting head lap as well. Cam is starting a lap. Checker flag is now floated into the breeze then. Legends there also out on circuit. Goodness gracious me, I don't know where to look, to be honest then. Let's see who is the furthest driver around. It is Nameless, but a 1400ths of a second up at the moment then for Nameless, and second intermediate split time could have a quarter of a second. That's a mega second sector there for Nameless, and as he flags it into turn 12, which of course the Hungarian Grand Prix had a bit of a facelift, didn't it? The circuit back in 2002 and I think it's 2003 actually, and then 2005 as well, I believe, didn't they? Out the final turn then for Nameless across the line now, and Nameless goes 8 fast. That should be safe and sound. What about that second Red Bull? Indigo is through by the skin of his nose cone, just a 10th of a second, but is that enough? Because here comes Knowles, he's found 3/10 of a second. That should be enough. It is enough, and Indigo out to qualifying. Legends is coming through the final couple of turns. Well done. Legends is on the cusp, and he's in the danger zone at the moment. Legends is across the line. Legends is through, but then we got one more driver out there at the moment, and it's Cam, but he's all out of sync then, and I think Cam's out of qualifying. He is out of qualifying, and we have lost who's that just jumped up the order as well? I didn't see who that was then, but out of qualifying is Indigo by 2/10 of a second there from Madge in 17th, and Cam didn't have a good final lap there with Mr. Rage and Kaz out of qualifying as well. And to be fair, this is quite costly then, albeit having said that, in history around this circuit, qualifying doesn't seem as important as a race like Spain, which is very odd, isn't it? And Monza as well. where there's a higher win rate from the front row than it is here in official Formula One. It's really odd, isn't it? But unfortunately for Indigo, Mag, Cam, Mr. Rage, and Kaz, you can't. Let's not make no bones about it. Unfortunately, they do not want to be out qualifying this stage of proceedings, but unfortunately, they are out of qualifying at the moment. But it's not all over. The points are dished out when the race is coming up later on tonight. There. 13 is definitely coming up. Mushroom was saying that, and also, oh, look at you, Alex said as well. There's Alex there, really showing his mettle in qualifying one, which is good stuff indeed. Love the helmet there from Indigo as well. One of the most important things that drivers can have then is a good helmet there. 0.2 of a second separates Toy Coin and Menace. That gap is quite big, isn't it? Really, in the grand scheme of things. But the whole grid is separated by 1.2 seconds. It's ridiculously close to getting gold. You could do a lot in 1.2 seconds. I can certainly think of a few things I can do in 1.2 seconds. But my goodness gracious me, that is so close, isn't it? The gold grid is in. But Kaz, Mr. Rage, Cam, Mag, and Indigo all out of qualifying one. Unfortunately, as we roll on to qualifying two, another 15 minutes, had to lose another 5 cars. And then we go on to the top 10 shootout, which is, of course, one of my favourite parts of the event, is when the drivers very much go all for glory. They go absolutely. They have to go for broke and really very much put their pedal to the metal. And of course, that's the only time we're going to see the cars the fastest they can be. Menace Max has apologised about blocking Toy Coin now. Unfortunately, we see it on stream, but nowhere to hide kind of thing. But Menace Max very gentlemanly held his hands up and apologised there. I'm not sure what happened with the other Ferrari as well, but the other Ferrari, Kaz and Toy Coin was also having a bit of a good old jive with the other Ferrari as well then. So maybe Toy Coin is not going to be a big fan of the scoot area at the end of this one then. Troy will poop off 5/10 of a second if his time then. Serious pressure was saying that. That's the beauty about Toy. That's the beauty about Troy is that it's of course that he has got a very good routine. I do as well, but unfortunately now I'm starting to stream, and you don't really want to hear me strain whilst I go, because especially after I had a lovely beefy boy yesterday. Regards the leading car there. First I've ever been to Beefy Boys. I'm not sure if that's just a local firm, which is UK based, but they do super burgers. And obviously I went for the dirty boy because that's exactly what I am. And I must say I had a lot of the meat sweats, to be fair. But I am expecting my body to dispose of the content in the not too distant future. I'm surprised I've done already, to be honest. As we just go across the chicane. Of course, we heard. I think it was Flippy that Flippy that asked about the Perez and Sainz incident there. Of course, the Azerbaijan as a whole today was fantastic. Really was indeed there. Was it the best race of the season? I must admit, I did like the British Grand Prix. That's probably the highlight for me. It was a great race, but I think Azerbaijan is certainly in the top 3 this season. What a great race it was. And I do feel sorry for Sergio Perez. I'm not Sergio Perez's biggest fan. I do feel that so often Perez is just far too slow to be in that Red Bull. But is Max Verstappen just an absolute superb talent? That is the question, isn't it? Because I would say that there's now been like 3-4 drivers that have been teaming up with Max Verstappen, like Gasly, Albon, and now Perez. And none of them, and all those drivers have really got a special talent. They're not a Lance Stroll. They're not Lance Stroll, are they? They're not a Jean-Denis Delatraz. They're not a Gaston Mazzacani. They are really good racing drivers there. But also, Danny Ricciardo didn't do too shabby against Verstappen, all things considered. Same with Carlos Sainz as well. And I would like to have seen Carlos Sainz in that second Red Bull seat personally. And really would have given him would have been very interesting. But I do understand why Red Bull didn't want to give him that seat, because I think that Jos Verstappen and of course Carlos Sainz Sr., they're very imposing figures, aren't they? Of course, both one of them is a champion. Of course, the World Rally champion Carlos Sainz, and Jos Verstappen. There, we all know about his explosive personality. So maybe less said about that. But Alfa Turner and Equals goes on to a 14.5, but Menace about half a second there in front there and goes faster. But then Brabbitt down onto a 14.7 at the moment. We got a 15 for Mortal. Mortal has not really appeared into the top top stages of the top echelons of the timing sheet so far. German gone 6th fastest, Cooper's gone 5th fastest. I'm expecting Mushroom to yell in my ear now and tell me that they are all on used tyres. McLaren of Nameless starting their lap now. We got a Red Bull out there of Legends. Here comes Legends there, a 15-1 for Legends. The world champion Sam Swift Ninja. Of course, pressure starting to mount on Sam Swift, especially with the rate that Lucas Purse is on the moment. But Sam Swift there goes fastest on a 14 flat there to start us on our journey then. What is going to be a absolute incredible journey, to say the least, here tonight. Vegas will be a better race than Baku, says Sarah's Russia. Hello to Kian then. Good evening to you, good sir. And sorry I let you down short. Dorbala Indigo, you may have let me down in qualifying, but it's all about the race, my good man. And of course, that is where the points mean prize there. But I'm wondering though that if this is not probably one of Indigo's stronger circuits. Remember, one of Indigo's highlights of his ALR career, I'm sure, was Austria, wasn't it, where he was supreme around there. Out to the final turn for Knowlesy across the line. Knowlesy go 9 fastest than the Sosa time runner so far. Nameless invalidated time, so that's unfortunate. Chappers, once again, Chappers in qualifying this season has been superb, and he deserves a lot more than what he's got in the output of the championship so far. But Chappers, one of the most improved drivers for me this season. He has come in and absolutely loving life in that Williams car, and of course with Sam Swift Ninja at the alongside him as well. I think things are looking good for the team at the moment. As used tyre, Sean. Thank you very much, Sarah's Russian there. Indigo saying that take me back to 23. I'm really struggling in this game. It's not the track. I love Hungary. Says Indigo. I love the hunger. I love Hungary as well. Up until last week, unfortunately, as I must admit, I quite like a lot of tracks up until where I visit them in 100%, and then realise how absolutely shocking I am. Then I won in USA. That's my highlight, says Indigo. Of course, Indigo, brilliant drive indeed in USA as well. Season 7 or 8, I can't remember now. No, it can't be, because we're in season 11 now. It must have been season 9. Goodness gracious me, or maybe season 10. My word, these weeks and months fly by, and I don't like it. Troy then coming into the final couple of corners now. Because I would say USA is where Indigo won his Grand Prix. Why is Austria sticking out for me then for Indigo? Did you get your first pole position there then? Or is it something to do with sprint race? I don't know. Out of the final turn then comes Troy. Probably, I don't even know. It might have been a bad memory as well. I apologise if that's the reason Indigo. But having said that, just ask Knowlesy, as I always remember Austria as when Knowlesy lost the win twice in 2 years there because it rained at the wrong time. And that was back when we first started ALR. So goodness gracious me, that's almost like 5 years ago. And for some reason, I always bring that up. Goodness gracious me. Someone needs to tell Raging Bull you can't call safety cars in qualifying. Oh, goodness gracious me, Liam. Because Liam, yeah, in the comments there, and throwing out the banter. I love it. Right, we got Percy 6th at the moment there. Lucas Percy on a rich run of form there. In the last 5 races, he's been on the podium in Monaco, Canada, Spain, Austria, and Silverstone, and three of those 5 podiums as well. Kes has gone fast there, and 3 of those 5 podiums as well have been Grand Prix wins. That's why Percy's on 6 wins at the moment. Sam Swift on 4 Grand Prix wins. Toy Coin is now faster still with 7 minutes to go now. All of a sudden, we are starting to cook around here in Hungary, and of course, they're probably cooking on the track as well. Actually, it is quite hot out there, but it normally is this time of year. Then, of course, there's a beautiful water park, isn't there? Over just beyond turn 6 and 7 chicane now. Into the pits comes Nameless at the moment. Nameless has unfortunately not set a time just yet. Toy Coin is fastest at the moment. One thing I have noticed about 100%, apart from the fact that there's very long races, is of course of how incredible. By the way, I'm brown nosing now, so be prepared. It's how incredible like the drivers are. Because there was Serious Russia was saying that I was keeping up with him in Silverstone or matching his lap times. But let's be honest, like Mushroom was, I think, just trying to be nice to me, probably feeling sorry for his teammate. But let's be honest about that. I was only matching Mushroom for a very small portion of the race, maybe 1 or I think it was 2 or 3 laps out of the 52 we did around Silverstone. So, and Mushroom was doing those lap times time after time after time for 52 laps. Same with R2Beat at the moment, who's absolutely flying in 100%. I think he's got 3 wins in a row now or something like that. R2Beat has. To be honest, I try not to look at his Gurma goes full fastest. I try not to look at the championship too much in 100% because it really makes me depressed, mainly because of my 6 points. But I must say that one of the most impressive things for me is the fact is not only the drivers are just so quick, but they're just quick. They're so quick and consistent. In the first half of the race on 100% sometimes I feel all right. I feel like I'm very much mixing it up with the stars of ALR, and then unfortunately around usually around lap 20 or something I start to fall back, and it just shows how that I think is the difference between a casual driver like myself and of course these gladiators. It's not only do they pull out the laps out of nowhere in qualifying, so for example, I'm looking at Toy Coin, I'm looking at Key, I'm looking at Jinner, those drivers that just pull laps out of the bag out of nowhere, and I think I've done that once in like 11 races so far, and to be fair, which was actually Hungary, but to be fair, that was because I think I probably should have got a track violation around there, to be fair, because I'm sure I went wide here, but never mind, let's pretend like that didn't happen. But I think it just goes to show, though, that, yeah, they can pull out laps, special laps, time after time after time for more or less most of the season, and then just have it race pace more often than not as well. It's absolutely superlative stuff indeed, then. And I must say, I tip my hat off to you guys, and I think that's one thing that's really opened my eyes, is that sometimes it's quite easy up here to be judge, jury, and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not judge and jury and executioner. If I was, I would certainly be banning Farf straight away. It's shocking stuff indeed. And of course, mainly because he's got too many Driver of the Day awards. Equals across the line going 6 fast there. Right, enough for me brown nosing now. By the way, please, can you, your checkers in the post and all that kind of stuff. Equals goes 6 fastest there. Well, it's Immortal doing. Immortal hasn't really been in the races so far tonight, has he? Immortal hasn't. But let's see what he can do. He's down in, he's out qualifying 3 at the moment, which is quite shocking to see for Immortal, who has been really in a good rich run of form in qualifying trim, hasn't he, Immortal has. Just on board with him now as he is starting this lap. Then he's had 3 pole positions so far this season, Immortal has. Nameless also out on circuit, but I think that here is Nameless now in the second McLaren Mercedes. Kez is on one. He certainly is about 300 of a second away from Kez at the moment, and Toy Coyd is currently the fastest driver out there. And of course, the Serious Mushroom said that Kez is overdue a Grand Prix win there. Maybe I don't have a pinch of salt, but maybe Mushroom knew something I didn't. Nameless at the moment, if he's got any more time and any more fuel, he could harvest and go for one more run. He's got 3.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. It's a short lap around here. So he's got time. Has he got enough fuel, though, is the question. And has he got enough time to harvest that battery and energy and get himself another girl then? All right, out of qualifying moment, it's Nameless, Immortal, Cooper, Legends, and Nolte. And Immortal's in the pits there. Immortal, he was throwing the car around. I'm surprised he didn't complete his lap, but Immortal's out qualified and is very much on the back foot tonight. We haven't seen the best from Immortal in qualifying, which is quite disappointing indeed. Here is the championship leader. It is Lucas Percy, who is on a rich run of form on there. The gap is 11 points for himself and Sam Swift Ninja. And I got to say that about Lucas Percy on a really incredible form. But as we've seen over the years in ALR, in Season 8, in Season 9, in Season 10, and this season as well, the form just ebbs and flows, doesn't it there? It goes from, the momentum goes from one foot to another, doesn't it there? Of course, in Season 8 there, the momentum went from Boxtel to Percy, then to Troy, then went back to Boxtel, then of course it went back to Percy, then Troy at the very end there took the World Championship. And then of course, in Season 9 there, it was, I think the Percy was just ever so consistent, wasn't he there? Very much there or thereabouts. And then Season 10, Sam Swift Ninja was ever present there. But this season, Lucas Percy has really started to find some speed there, trying to become the 3rd double world champion in history, along with Sam Swift Ninja as well, to be honest with you. Can we get our 3rd double world champion in all our history, while Percy safely through in the qualifying 3 of that effort? Lovely. Troy, his teammate, we just mentioned how well Kez is doing. Well, unfortunately for Troy at the moment, now he is out of qualifying, so he's got to pull his socks up here. Then we're on board with Troy, like going down into turn 1. As mentioned, that there are some track modifications here in 2003, I believe, and I'm sure that is that the same year where they also extended the track over at turn 11, over at turn 12, because there used to be like a Mickey Mouse chicane, didn't there? There's a car that just veering off there. That's Percy just getting out of the way at the moment into the very menacing turn 4, and goodness gracious me, I thought Troy was going to spin it there. He was almost off the circuit. Incredible commitment there from the former champion into the chicane there on the left hand side. That is where the water park is. That is where my mind usually is, and I'll be getting my speedos on as well if I was there and very much going down that water slide. But unfortunately, it'd be a scene out of Norbit if anyone's watched that, where Respucia goes down the slide. That'll be very similar to what would be happening to me. 3/10 of a second up in the second split time is Troy. Who's out in the foreground now? I think there's someone locked up there in the foreground. I think that might have been Knowlesy who's on it. No, it isn't Knowlesy. I apologise profusely. There's me pointing my finger there at Knowlesy. It's the other Alpine driver, Bravitt, who's trying to warm up his tyres, I think, for one last blast and trying to get through the qualifying free here. 44 seconds to go. Troy is fastest now, and that should be safely through into qualifying free there. Immortal, goodness me, I thought Immortal didn't have enough time. He's just absolutely flown out of the box there, and he's going for it again. Cooper's through, but by half a by less than a tenth of a second. That is not safe at all, is it, by any stretch of imagination there? Oh my goodness gracious me. Legend is starting their lap now, and that's it for Legend. And Knowlesy goes left fastest. Knowlesy unfortunately out of qualifying there, and have a good fist of things there, but unfortunately for Knowlesy, that is it, and that is a shame. Then I'm looking for that dark blue car of Legend, and who is starting his lap now, so it's all or nothing now then. So where's that blue car? It's Chappers. He's invalidated. Chappers out of qualifying. Oh no, that's not good then. And that's not good there for Chappers. Down in 12th position there. He invalidated his final lap there, Chappers did. And that would have been one of my drivers that I would have betted to be through into qualifying free. And that is unfortunate indeed then, as we have got Immortal now then, who is fighting there to try and get through at the moment. Serious Rush, I said a 13 now. As Immortal equals, Kian is saying, but I have no idea what that means. But he is just kidding there. But I'm going to be honest, I couldn't read that if I tried. I did try, but I thought, let's not go down that route then. I've already butchered enough people's names over the years in ALR. Cross line Immortal. Fastest there! And did you have a doubt? No, I certainly didn't. Immortal is through into qualifying free as a knocked out Cooper at the moment now. We've got the Red Bull coming out of the front turn, and Equaz has finished up, and Menace Max was in peril, but he is through into first position, up through as well. What about Legend and the first of these Gagler drivers then, which also involves Nameless as well. So across the line there, Legends is 11 fastest, but not enough. Nameless is through into qualifying free. What a time there for Legends there, and sneaking through by the skin of their nose cone and going through, and Chappers are crawling back into the pits there. But Nameless has gone through and has knocked out a qualifying Brabbit here, along with Legends, Coop, Knowlesy, and Chappers making a mistake on their final run has cost him dearly and is down into 15th on the grid then. Oh dear, that's not good at all. It meant shaking like a dog poop in short. Oh, thank you. So, well, to be honest, I normally shake like that as well. Menace there faster, but the track evolution there was quite apparent, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me then. The times was tumbling very quickly. Chappers made a mistake, out of qualifying, unfortunately. Could he have been through? I reckon that he would have been one of the top 10 there. Knowles in 40th position, Coop in 30th. He squeezed into the top 10 momentarily, but it wasn't enough. Legend in 12th position, Brabbit 40 was through, but Nameless at the very end of qualifying snuck through there by the skin of his nose cone, by more than the skin of his nose cone. It was a 10th and a 100th where he got through, which is quite a big gap in ALR this season. And now we're down to 10. And this is going to get very interesting indeed. Immortal will finish 6th, Kian is saying. If Kian gets that right, I'm going to ask Kian for the lottery numbers as well. For this week as well, because that would be very impressive. Of course, Kian, a part of the Bronze Championship as well, which you can see every Tuesday night on on this YouTube channel. Kian is now 27 points away from Dan Dan in the Bronze Championship as well. Dan Dan has had it all his own way for most of the time in Bronze, hasn't he? But Kian is starting to reel him in now as we go into the Dust Bowl, which is the Hungarian Grand Prix on Tuesday as well. Of course, we're here for 3 nights, and of course tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday as well, which is going to get very interesting indeed, then, isn't it? Ultimate Beast there has really started to find his feet in silver and is starting to really rack off the wings there and is extending in the championship over Mumford, who is second in no man's land. Then there's an almighty scrap for third at the moment in the championship in silver, which will be covered by Nosy tomorrow as well. So I'm not going to steal Nosy's thunder, but Gordo Kiki's had a great result last week, didn't he? And he's moved himself to fourth in the championship there. And then, of course, we got Plotters and of course, Rehad as well in a superb fourth and fifth positions there. Right, I'm already sweating. That's not good, is it? We're having a bit of a mini heat wave, which is shocking stuff indeed. I'm a ginger. I don't like the heat, to be honest. So I quite like spring and autumn, to be honest. Then winter's too cold for me. Perhaps I should stop moaning, but I'm a true Brit. I just moan about anything. That's exactly what I am. Wow, Kian, your support had dropped over the week, said laugh out loud, as Kian, then of course there, as I'm sure it's Thunder that normally predicts it, Immortal will get a win then. Of course, Immortal has got 3 pole positions this season, and I would not bet against him making it a forfeit. I must say, though, that up until that final run in qualifying 2 there, I didn't think Immortal was very much at the race here tonight. They were struggling by the looks of it, but all of a sudden, he really found some pace at the moment. Our pole sitters this season, we've had Sam Swift Ninja, we have had Menace Max, we've had Brabbit, we've had Percy, we have had Immortal, we have had Toy Coin. There's been a mix and match of a lot of pole positions in golf this season. Impressive stuff indeed then. At the moment, Toy Coin was on pole position last time out in Silverstone there. Whoa, as German has invalidated the time in the Sauber, and that is it. And that is our time done. Here's Toy Coin locking up the inside tyre out of turn 5 then. I think if I was here, I would be P2. Remember Immortal's 13-8 time there, says Kian then. So just on board now with Toy Coiner, who has, I'm sure, 3 pole positions so far in 8 qualifying attempts. Can he make it 4 in 9 qualifying attempts? As he mentioned, Toy Coiner in Formula 2 is fantastic. That's where we first seen the talents of this young man. And then, of course, he came into ALR Gold last season, took a Grand Prix win in his debut season, took a lot of pole positions as well. And now he's got 3 already this season, and he's trying to get his 4th here, but of course you see a bit of harvesting there on the RB across the line there, and Toy Coin on the 13.9 then to set us on our journey. What about the Aston Martin there of Percy? Is third fastest, Nameless in front of him by almost half a second there. What is that Haas doing in the background? Troy is going at third fastest. Lucas Percy is the slowest of the time runner so far. Keza is cooking. Serious Mushroom has foreseen this. Keza is currently pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Immortal only 5th fast at the moment. These times are quite quick then. Incredibly quick at the moment, but my goodness gracious me, 6 cars have set time so far. Here's the world champion, Sam Swift Ninja, only 3rd there. I wish I was 3rd. And Menace, what a lap! A 13.5 there for Menace Max, going for a 2nd pole position of his career, and he has just blown them all out the water. Is that it? Is that done and dusted? Is that a Sebastian Vettel inspired lap from 2011 potentially, where he did 1 lap and then just put his feet up in the garage? That potentially could be the case then, as Equals had having another time run now. German is coming into the pits because he's invalidated his time. Screwed my last run completely there. Start was good. Anything can happen yet, chappers. Unfortunately, chappers, we seen it on the stream as well. We was on. Well, I don't think we've seen it. We just seen that your lap was invalidated, which is such a shame then, because I was predicting that chappers was going to be one of these 10 drivers going for pole position here tonight in the top 10 shootout. Unfortunately, chappers made a mistake there. That is one thing I was saying about the 100%, about when I've been joining 100%. Just incredible how lack of how incredible, how all the drivers just turn it on week after week after week is ridiculous. Some drivers may have a couple of off days, Equals across the line going 9 fastest. Some drivers may have off days, but more often than not, they really don't. It's usually me having an off day. Actually, I'm usually having a good day, and it just doesn't, it just doesn't go well. Right, still another run yet to go, though. Serious Mustard saying that. So, Mushroom feels that I'm counting my chickens before they hatch them, but that is a mammoth flap there from Menace Max. Incredible stuff indeed there. Compared to last season's pole position time, because I'm quite a nerd and I love reading stuff like that, was actually Sam Swift Ninja, and it was a 14-7 there. It must have been raining. But it's a 13-5 here tonight, and incredible stuff indeed there. And it's at the all-time, that's the all-time fastest lap in terms of... in terms of the ground effect here, then, just taking a look at that's the all-time fastest ever. I don't think it is, because I think it's Jonathan Cox who's got it from season 5. It's pretty impressive indeed. Why is my controller vibrating now? What have I done? Ooh, oh dear, it's tickling my feet. Yes, so very impressive time there from Menace Maximona. Menace on pole position for his second time of his career so far. He stated though with just 6 minutes to go in this qualifying session now. Alongside him is Kez on row 1 with Toy Coin in third position. Sam Swift is in 4th, and then we got Nameless right there in 5th position there. Of course, Nameless, a former driver in ALR Gold, but of course I feel that Nameless didn't get a good shot, didn't get a decent shot to the ALR because he's a completely different driver now in 5th, and Troy in 6th position there. Equaz has just demolished the speed in the polystyrene there, which ain't going to be ideal. I don't think a 13.5 will be beat, though, Serious Mushroom is saying. I don't think it will be either. But the beauty about live sport is we do not know. The drivers have got to go up there and really go pedal to the metal and really go above and beyond them. We have seen it before, haven't we, in ALR? We have seen it where we think that it's all over and someone comes up with a special lap there. And we've seen it in Formula 1 at yours as well. There. So who has got that special touch here tonight? Or is it Menace that is just the man that cannot be stopped at the moment there? Percy there just trying to get some heat into those tyres. And we've got German quite close to the back of Percy as well. 5 minutes in this qualifying session. Do you reckon that they can go for free here? Your control vibrates when watching someone in the pits. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. I must admit, I have been doing this for about 5 years, and every day is still a learning day for me. I did not know that at all. I've never actually even realised that the controller vibrated when he was in spectator mode. When he was in spectate mode, I didn't know that whatsoever. On board now, Percy going for the flat out turn 3 then. As now we've built up to what probably is it the hardest turn on the course then? It's certainly the hardest to get right then, but it's over so quickly. But I love that turn in turn 4, turn 5. Do not touch that curb. Over the years, I've always touched that curb and gone into the wall and destroyed my chances there. I don't think I did it too. I don't think I touched that curb at all on 100% there. As Percy going using all the curb and then sub there. As we're on board, look at this. I just go left, right, then going wide, and Percy has it validated, and that's exactly what I did actually. So that's unfortunate for Percy, but Percy's in good company if Ginger Rage has done it as well. German's also invalidated. Just watching Sam Swift Ninja now starting now lap, then the world champion going into turn 1, the new old turn 1, which of course was new back in 2003, not so new in 2024, and going into turn 2, locking up the inside tyre there. I like the lockups on here, but I do think that sometimes they're a bit too much. I'm not sure what you guys think, but it's good, but I think that sometimes it generates too much smoke then. But then again, I'm just a guy that just likes to moan about anything. So we're now picking up Sam Swift Ninja then, of course, into the chicane as well. We was on board with Percy at this time, wasn't we? But unfortunately, Percy invalidated this time. Goodness gracious me, Sam Swift. I think that's where I found where I've lost a lot of time. I lose a lot of time on that chicane, and unfortunately, sadly for me, I'm watching this too late. Then Sam Swift's invalidated as well. He's going to be kicking himself there. It just shows that the drivers are trying to push, and maybe they're pushing too hard. Maybe that the car is just not capable of that 13.5 is what Menace Max is doing at the moment. Percy has them esports lines here, especially saying, goodness gracious me, fire. And we've got a motor. Oh gosh, I'm covered. Might have to have tomorrow for work then if I'm coughing. Oh dear, oh dear. Of course, I've got to protect my fellow work colleague. On board with a motor. This is where it's in Percy. This is where it's in Percy go wide. And then this corner here, this is where it's in Sam Swift go wide as well. The two challenger protagonists making mistakes on their qualifying lap. Quarter of a second up is a motor on the second split time then. This is it. This is the business end of qualifying now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this qualifying session. On board with the man who's been on pole position 3 times this season. There's a motor who's been superb in qualifying. qualifying trim this season. Out of the final turn and across the line. And it's a 13.6 there. It is very much within the ballpark. Look at how close he is. That's less than 100th of a second separates the two cars. Wow. It is doable, and my word there, once again there, I have underestimated how good these drivers are. One incredible lap there for Immortal. Toy Coin is 0.2 of a second up there. That is in the ballpark as well, you know. And he's gone wide there, but he's just about in track limits. Maybe that wasn't wide at all. Maybe that's my wide line, thinking that and Toy Coin probably didn't even blink about it. That was his line then. Into the final turn, and turn 14 accelerates away for Toy Coin. And Toy Coin's been on pole position 3 times this season. It's only third fastest there, but also into a 13.6 there. My goodness gracious me, they're homing in on Menace, but it's still not enough at the moment there for Menace Max to be knocked off of that pole position. Wow. Sam Swift Ninja going for it again. And Sam Swift Ninja, I don't think he's come back in the pitch, you know. I think Sam Swift Ninja has fueled up quite dramatically here. On board now with Troy then. I'm looking for a dark blue. Oh, it's Equals. Unfortunately, Equals has invalidated their time. They have time for one more run, man, but do they have the time? They have the time, I mean, do they have... Oh, Troy's gone wide there. So Equals does have the time, but does he have the... I think that Troy's out of qualifying it. I don't think Troy's going to be able to get a good lap in now because he's ran out of battery as well. He's invalidated the worst possible time here. He does have the time, does Equals, but does he have the... he does. He's going for it again here. Goodness me, he actually finishes up before I was able to complete my sentence there. Menace Max 18 seconds to go to get around then for the start of the lap then. There's Sam Swift Ninja who's just coming into the final couple of corners now then. He's a 10th per second up. At the moment, no, I don't think that is enough then. 13.6 now, I've seen quicker. Just kidding. Epic. Absolutely epic it is. And isn't it? These times are incredible. Serious Russian said a 13 then, but did Serious Russian think a mid-13 and Menace has missed the time there. That's not ideal. It's not going to cost him. Sam Swift goes full fastest there and is on the second row of the grid then. What is Gurman done? This is Gurman who hasn't set a time just yet. Gurman goes 5th fastest there, and right behind it, Sam Swift Ninja then on the 3rd row of the grid. That's a Haas in the background. It's Keza, not a very good second sector, but a great final sector, and it's back up to the 2nd row of the grid. Magnificent, absolutely incredible. Lucas Percy's found 0.2 of a second. Can he get into the 13th? Can he be involved in this party as well? He can get into the 13th, but it's only 7th fastest for the championship leader. Incredible driving indeed. That Nameless is about 1,000 of a second up there, but that is not going to get him. I don't think that's not going to get him up any position. Equals said, who's just out of the final turn as well. Equals made a mistake on his opening time then. Equals does not improve his track position, but does get into the 14.1s there. Out to the final turn, and we've got Toy Coin. Is Toy Coin going for one more shot at glory? Nameless out of the final turn, goes 8th fastest there. Menace missed the final, and into the pits comes Toy Coin. Menace Max, 1 lap, pole position, his 2nd of his career. Menace Max, a pole position, a 13.5, which I must say, when we seen that flash up, I thought that no one was going to get anywhere near it. I'm impressed that Immortal and Toy Coin got closer, but Menace Max, pole position number 2 of his career, and he'll be overjoyed with that result. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Menace Max. That's Ferrari's first pole position of the season, I believe, Ed. So really good stuff indeed there for Menace Max and for the Ferrari as well. Really good stuff, Ed. But can Menace convert this into a Grand Prix win? Is, of course, unfortunately for Charles Leclerc, that didn't happen earlier on today in Azerbaijan. But what can Menace Max do? I thought 13.8, not going like, now I hate this game. What's with these potholes, man? Then Lucas Percy then cost me 3/10 in Sector 1. Laser Scan Percy says Serious Russia. Look at that. That 8,000 of a second separates Menace Max and Immortal. And Toy Coin 7,500 a second away at them. That is the top 3 here in qualified. I say that qualified at ALR Gold is incredible at the moment. It's absolutely fantastic. It's so close. And it really shows why these drivers are the premium, are the cream of the crop. Keza in 4th position, great qualifying for Keza there. I think he's showing some of his best performance from last season. Sam Swift Ninja and Gurman, both champions on row 5. Percy and Nameless and Troy and Equals and completes the top 10 there. We'll be right back. Welcome back then, and just in time for the start of this race, Lucas Percy not had it all set all session, then going to T2, the car bounces in the braking zone and lost 3 turns to a second. Percy said, and Ferrari is the champ everywhere, says Kia. And then as we're just getting ready to start this Grand Prix, then everyone is either on the mediums or the hard tyres then. So I think it's almost split down the middle, but let's go for the hard runners then, as Immortal on the hard, German on the hard, with Nameless, Troy and Equals all on hard tyres, Coupe, Chappers and Mag all on the hard compound tyres, everyone else is on the medium tyre. I hope this goes better than 100%, Serious Russian saying that. Well, I'm not involved in this race, so it will be a lot better than 100%, I can tell you that. So just on board now with Menace, his second group qualifier, second pole position of his career. Can he convert it into a Grand Prix win, though? That is the question. Menace, pole position. Alongside him is Immortal. Toy Coin in third position with Keza and Sam Swift. Fourth and fifth position. All on medium tyres then. And there's a bit of, it's a decent run down into turn 1 there. Opportunity for everyone who's on the medium compared to Immortal on the hard. Immortal then needs to keep that position then. German is in 6th position then with Lucas Percy in 7th. Nameless is 8th with Troy in 9th. 10th position is Equals. Hard tyres. Brabbit just outside the top 10 in 11th position, but Brabbit has been superb this season. Do not count him out. Legend in 12th position then, as we have got 13th for Coupe, 14th for Knowlesy, 15th for Chappers. And Indigo was very disappointed with his performance there, but as we said that as we said to Indigo, the points are scored on today. Well, even though it's the same day as qualified. Mike's in 17th position there, Cam in 18th position there, 19th for Mr. Rage, Kaz in 20th position there. Unbeknownst to me, he had a qualifying ban, which I probably should have read the spiel before the start there. As Liam, Percy excuse that with a winky emoji. He is stirring up trouble, isn't he? The naughty little minx. Alright, DRS has been disabled because we haven't gone yet. Lights out, and here we go in Hungary. Then there's a sweatbox in Hungary, and it's hot today. And Menace gets a good start. And look at that, Mort's already lost out then as we go down into turn 1 here. Toy Coin's already up in the second position. Sam Smith is on the outside, and he's going to be up in his second. Want to start there for the world champion, but Toy Coin is not going to have any of it. Those 3 right down into turn number 2 here. What a start for Sam Swift then, and Immortal's had a terrible start. Where is that Mercedes? There is that Mercedes, and Toy Coin has got second position at the moment there, but Immortal's down into 6th position. That's a horror show. Nameless and Champions have dropped down the order as well, and that's an even worse start for the McLaren driver. Nameless, awful start. German down 10 position there. The driver's on the hard tyres and has had a horror show of a start here, but let's see how it goes then. On board now with Sam Swift then, who's up in the third position there. Great start indeed there for Sam Swift there. Has everyone got away okay though? I know there's been some drivers then, as Cam is off the circuit. Not ideal for the second McLaren. Cam off the circuit as they come towards us then, down to 12th and to complete the first lap here. 35 around this Hungarian Grand Prix. Keza, Gurney and Percy top 3. I said it. Remember that, folks. Serious Mushroom has predicted the top 3 out to the final turn. Then Sam Swift is looking very racy at this stage of proceedings, but it's only lap 1 then. And look at that, then Menace leads by half a second there. Then he's got a Toy Coin followed by Sam Swift Ninja. Then we got Keza in a superb 4th position. Percy is in 5th. Immortal from the front row of the grid down into 6th. Then Equals in 7th position. Then Troy down into 8th position. Then we got who's that? That's Kaz up into 14th position. An incredible start there for Kaz. And Nosey fights on the outside of Coupe. Is he going to hang it out there? No, Coupe there showing in the rear wheel as Nosey is trying to get past there. Kaz up into 40th position. Indigo up into 15th as well then. So good start there from those 2 drivers. And I think the Kaz is the biggest winner of the start line here then. So now he's got to settle into a roll, into a rhythm, not into a roll. Oh, goodness me. A Kaz roll, eh? But anyway, just on board now with Menace as into the very tight part of the middle sector. Is only turn 1 is the bona fide overtaking opportunity, unless the tyre offset is so great that you have not got no grip then. P6 is what I said before. Believe me, Kian said that. Kian's lottery numbers, please. He is 6 then. Yes, indeed, that we did ask Kian for the lottery numbers if Immortal was 6 then. But I must say that is actually quite scary if Keane thought that what was going to drop down to 6 straight from the get-go. But goodness me, that we could have an investigation like Crashgate into the pits. So look at Sam Swifty is now up into second position here as into the pits comes Legends. That's a very early stop for Legends, and that I don't think is scheduled at all then for the Red Bull driver. And now it's changing the nose cone there. The Red Bull team on it as whoa, contact between the two cars, and Brabham has gone into the wall backwards, and I feel that I hope he undamaged his rear wing. But going down into turn 2, and both drivers I don't think have each other enough room then. And now Immortal is forcing Nosey ever so slightly off the track there, and no less is Indigo is forcing his driver off the track there, and now Indigo to 12th position, Nosey down to 13th. Next car is Cassius up to 11th somehow. Incredible opening couple of laps here. Impressive stuff indeed. Back in the front then, so Sam Swift then, and he is quite swift. It's the there. Menace, of course, at the moment is third in the championship. I don't think the Menace, no disrespect to Menace, I don't think he's in the championship just yet, unless he really goes on a rich run of form. I think that the championship is between Percy and Sam Swift then at this stage of proceedings, at this stage of the season then. However, we've only just gone over half distance and anything can happen in Grand Prix races, as the legendary Murray Walker said, and it usually does said. Legends has had to change his nose cone, and unfortunately comes to the pit said we've seen Brabham go off the circuit after contact with himself, and I think it was the Haas of Troy. He backed into the wall, he backed into the wall then, and I think I hope he undamaged the rear wing then. Otherwise it's going to be a horror show of a race then from here on in then for Brabham, especially with the downforce that is needed then, as Kaz there on the inside. Who's that? That's Indigo going up the inside as well, a Coupe then, but Coupe should have the momentum. He did have the momentum, but Indigo's got the tyres, hasn't he? There, he's on the medium tyres and on the outside. Through he goes into 11th position there. Great driving then from Indigo. He's flying through the field like a hot knife through butter at the moment then. Incredible stuff from Indigo and Kaz, who had less than desirable qualifying. I haven't said that Kaz didn't even take part in qualifying. As I just watching Chappers. Oh my word, there. As getting all out of shape. Who's that? That's Brabham off the circle again there. And I wonder if Brabham does have damage then, because yes, if he got damage to the rear wing, the car stability is going to be all over the show. That is a horror show for the former silver champion here. Is look at this, and now Sam Swift will have DRS. Sam Swift all over the gearbox. He is flying out at the moment. Sam Swift is the momentum has been very much on Percy's side there, but Sam Swift wants to stop that momentum here tonight, and he is firing on all cylinders, and Sam Swift is going for the lead here in the Hungarian Grand Prix. He's alongside Menace, and he takes the lead into turn 1. They're locking up both front tyres, but he has done it, and Sam Swift, I think it could absolutely rocket away now from Menace, because I feel that Sam Swift is very quick in race trim. He's loving life out there in that Williams. Wow, incredible driving indeed then. And I'm wondering that as we got an incredible battle. Oh no, we haven't. It's off on safety car for Mag as damaged to. Well, he didn't see what happened there, but something's gone majorly wrong there, and that's a lot of damage from Nameless as well. Mags and Nameless has been involved in some kind of shunt there. The whole of the wing's gone there for Nameless, and the whole of the wing has gone for the Mercedes as well. So safety car is out at the moment, and oh dear, oh dear. Oh my goodness gracious me. There is Bert Mylander just parked up on the edge of the circuit. So is the medium runner. I think it's too early for the medium runners to come to the pits, isn't it? But this is, I think the hard runners should, well, they have to stay out, don't they? Unless they want to convert it to a two-stopper. The safety cars around here are... can be quite high, can't they, then? Especially as it's tough, technical, twisty. Barriers are quite close. That is kind of like the street. They say it's like a street track without the barriers. I haven't said that the barriers are so close. It's so difficult to overtake them. So what is Menace going to do? Menace has stayed out then, and I think that I'm going to be honest, I'm not surprised, to be fair, because it is so difficult to overtake, isn't it, on this circuit, that you're just going to get, you're just going to be stuck behind drivers and not coming to the pit set. I'm wondering if a driver lower down the field, and we do have Mr. Raging Bull coming into the pit set, and there are a couple of drivers that come in the pit set, maybe rolling the dice here, as Cam then also in the pit as well. Cam was in the facility that, with that incident now. I'm wondering if Cam may also need to change, need to have a bit of damage as well on the McLaren. Just take a look at that. I don't think he does. And from that camera shot though, it was a bit rubbish. But I think he did change his front nose kit. It wasn't slow enough. Nameless in the pits well onto the medium tyres for the McLaren driver. Nose cone change there for the McLaren team, and out they go. I got to say, I think I may have lost my nose actually. No, I didn't lose my nose in 100%. I was going to say that they probably quite apt to be doing that now. Magos out of the pits well. No retirements in this stage of the race. So now, Mr. Rage and Cam, can they get to the end on those hard tyres? I would say yes, and Brabham as well. And if those drivers and if the hard runners come in around half distance, so around probably about 10 laps from now, something like that. If they've got a gap under the pit stop window, they could be a major factor in this race then. I think they'll all stay out then, and Walter will be faster after lap 8-9, says Key, and then so Serious Russian is right, they all stayed out then. I was having an iron, yeah, but I think that is the right call, isn't it? I think the reason why they stayed out is because it's so difficult to overtake around here. Yeah, they'll have 5 or 6 lap younger tyres, but you've only got one place to overtake around here, haven't you? You haven't really got anywhere else to overtake as such then. So let's take stock then, as the safety car is going to stay out for one more lap, and then Burt Mylander will come into the pits then. And it is Sam Swift Ninja leads the way. He overtook Menace Max just as the safety car came out. Second position is Menace at the moment, who was on pole position. Toy Coin in third position there. Fourth position at the moment is Keza with Percy in fifth. Mortor's in sixth position at the moment there. Seventh is Equals with eighth Troy and German in ninth position. Remember what Kian said there. Kian said in a couple of laps, these hard runners are going to be a major factor in this race. They're going to be quicker than the medium shod tyres. And then Kaz, who's made his way from 20th up to 10th. Goodness me, he's a bit OP, Kaz is. Same with Indigo, has gone up from 16th to 11th in the matter of 6 laps. They're impressive 17th then. Coop as in Soup in 12th position. Knowlesy in 13th. 14th is Chapman said. Mr. Rage is the highest runner on new hard tyres in 15th position. And someone's got some major braking issue there. Cam in 16th position there. 17th is Legends. They've all these drivers now from 15th down to 12th half pitted. Brabham in 18th position. 19th is Nameless. 20th is Mags. Both the medium runners will have to come into the pits. Come on, Merc, boy said. Well, currently one of the Mercedes drivers is down 12th position. The other driver, and the other one is also up in 6th position. Remember, Sean, 100% tires last longer. It's proportionate. Yes. Yes, I forgot about that. Okay. Maybe the hard tires won't get to the end. Shocking, eh? Absolutely shocking. To be honest, I've been watching F1 for, like, I don't know, since 94, since 95, 96, 97-ish, give or take, because I was a bit younger when it first came on, so I don't think my attention span is good. But even then, you would have thought that I would absolutely know about strategy and stuff by now. But I think that's the beauty of F1, is that I maybe it's just me, but I have absolutely no, maybe I'm too thick to understand strategy, potentially. But that's the beauty about F1, is that I think that's why I love it so much, is because I never really know what's going to happen. Even in the Schumacher years, it was 90% certain that Schumacher was going to win, but you always had that doubt, didn't you? That it's never over till it's over. And it's same with this race as well. Here we go. We're green and hungry. Let's go. And you can see that. And Menace Max had a horror start. And here comes Toy Coin all over the gearbox of Menace Max. Can Toy Coin get himself over the second here? As we got a Multo also trying to defend as well. Toy Coin did not get past. I was surprised by that. I thought that was a certainty going into turn 1. And now Equals all over the gearbox of Multo, who's struggling to fire up those tyres. And now as we go into turn 2, but at the moment it's all sound as a pound. Then there's no overtaking just yet. Then Coop all over the gearbox of Indigo. Remember, the runners on the hard tyres could be a major factor in this one. Sam Swift is absolutely flying. He's absolutely just catapulted away. He's already out the ice range. Look at how much he's pushing here. Sam Swift means business tonight, doesn't he? He's 11 points away from Person the World Championship. He knows that he's got to get this done here and now. He does not want to be involved in any shenanigans for the current world champion. Wow, incredible start from Sam Swift. That's impressive stuff indeed. On board a man who is leading the world championship, season 9 world champion, which is Lucas Percy, currently 5th fastest at the moment. As it stands, Sam Swift will take the lead in the championship by 4 points without the fast lap, because Hards will still last, I think, but they'll be rubbish then. That's what I meant, Mushroom. No, I didn't. It's not what I meant at all. I forgot this proportionate. Out of the final turn comes Lucas Percy, and then now as we go, as got all DRS now, DRS will be available on the next lap, not this lap. Then I'm all over the show here tonight. Goodness gracious me, because I'm not in monster. And we got Troy all over the gearbox of Equals and coming out of turn 1 and 2. I've just punched myself in the nose. That's not good at all. I hope that's just a bit of on the inside contact between the two cars, and maybe that was a bit ambitious there for Coop then, or was it bona fide? My word! And now here comes Legends. They're going to be side by side to turn 4. Oh my goodness gracious me! Grosjean, an almighty overtake on there. Was it 2012? But unfortunately got a penalty, didn't he? Because he went off the circuit. But it was a great overtake indeed. Then, albeit it probably wasn't bona fide, was it? And Coop unfortunately there spun at turn 2. Was a bit of a late lunge there. We'll have to find out. Unfortunately I've missed it on the stream as well, so I was waffling on there. Troy is still over the gearbox now of Equaz. Molto 5/10 of second back in the moment, but he's back in DRS range at the moment. We're on board with the Season 8 World Champion, which is Troy, as they're going into the final couple of turns as well. Sam Swift there, the gap is now 1.4 seconds. He's found another 3/10 of a second on this lap, or 2/10 of a second on this lap, I should say. So he is still out of DRS range, but I think he used a lot of errors there to really just get away from this gaggle of cars. Then we have got 2 DRS trains at the moment, from second down into 10th, and then from 11th all the way down into Nolsey is through and passes him Indigo and up into 12th position there. Nolsey does a great manoeuvre indeed then, and Nolsey is now the leader of that is now the leader of the train then, so it's not a Nolsey train then. Coop's in the soup then, as Russia is saying, on board of Equals, who is don't think he's in the soup then, of course. But he is in the RB at the moment, isn't he? So Sam Swift, then, I reckon he used a lot of ERS deployment there to get himself out of this gaggle of cars then, and now that he's just having a good time up front then. So we got, as I was saying, we've got 2 DRS trains, one from second down to 10th and one from 11th down into 20th position at the moment there. As we've now got more overtaken, and as Cam has got past Mr. Rage, and Mr. Rage then on the same life of tyre as a Cam there. So Mr. Rage must have made a mistake somewhere along the lines and he has lost a bit of the whoa, what is that? That's cars out of the Grand Prix, and my goodness me, and that's that's not even a VSC. I'm surprised by that, but that's a big shunt there, and cars out of the Grand Prix. Up the inside goes Nameless, trying to catch Max unaware. He may have done, but Max is not having any of it then, the silver champion. But unfortunately, we have to admit defeat on this one for now, and down to 19th they go then. But of course, they have all come into the pits then. If I was Sam, I'll pit one lap early. Serious Bush was saying there as Kaz out of the Grand Prix. He's going to be devastated by that because Kaz is in a superb 10th position there. He was jumping off the back of the front runners, but I think there was a good opportunity there. I reckon Kaz was probably just took his toe off the limit ever so slightly for the time being, and then was probably doing a bit of harvesting, getting a bit of maybe trying to preserve some tyres and before really going for it later on in that one. But I'm wondering if that's happening. Because of that, that's maybe relaxed a bit too much and went to the wall. But I'm just surmising there. May have been a technical failure from the Ferrari, but out of the race goes Kaz after what was a superb opening stint in this Grand Prix. Kaz's our first retirement in this Grand Prix. Just watching chappers all over the gearbox of Nosey now. Nosey into the top 10. Great drive indeed there for the Alpine driver. But unfortunately for Nosey, he's on the medium tyres, which I think, as Kian said, then maybe past their best now, as the McLaren driver Cam having a sniff of Indigo, but nothing more than that at the moment now. Serious Mushroom, the reason why Serious Mushroom I think is thinks that it'd be best for Sam Swift to go in a lap earlier is because that's his cover. And talking of which, well, I think that Serious Mushroom must be in the ear of Knowlesy, because Knowlesy's in the pits. The reason why they're coming in early then is to cover any undercuts then, and the reason why that is important here because track position in Hungary is key. Of course, even though the stats don't back up, then of course it seems to be more important to start at the sharp end of a race like Monza, for example, rather than here, which is surprising, isn't it? It has a lot more straights than this one does. But that is the stats. But Knowlesy and Indigo both in the pits and both thinking the same thing, both on the hard tires, and that is going to get very interesting. That Knowlesy seems to be on it like a car bonnet today, and can Indigo, who has had a very strong start, as well as Kaz, but is still in the race, and unlike Kaz, but Indigo, and now he could potentially be looking at maybe a point or two here. Remember, one of the newest rules, those in season 11, is that the reserve drivers cannot score points for the teams that they're racing. Main reason for that is because over the years we've seen a lot of teams win the constructors championships in each jam. As Toycoin is through, passes Menace and takes second position, and Menace I think is really struggling now. The gap is really very much escalated from 1.2 seconds since we last checked in to about 2.1 seconds. None of the front runners are coming to the pits just yet. I do think that they're probably looking at a gap then potentially, and I think they're looking at a gap then and they're trying to slot themselves out there. Nosey and Indigo have done a perfect job. Oh, Nosey's got a 3-second penalty. That's not good at all. Percy up the inside and a diver and passes Keza. Oh, don't lock wheels. Whoa, it's a Mortal almost going off the circuit there, and they're on the harder, more durable tyres, and Percy on the outside, and the championship leader. He does not want to get too involved in this, and on the inside goes Equals. Great driving from Equals. Great driving for Immortal. An incredible stuff indeed there. Oh, my word, as incredible driving up and down the field then, but you can see then, this is what Sam Swift did not want to be a part of, was all this, was now a lot of variables in this race now with the DRS train, with all drivers alongside, and this DRS train has really started to heat up now, with the gaps now very close from second all the way down into ninth position, which is Gurman. There is Gurman on the harder tyre at the moment there. Oh my goodness me, yeah, that will bump Knowlesy up, I think, and Sarah was saying, unfortunately, that comment was made just before Knowlesy got a penalty. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet, and there's still a long way to go in this race, and I do expect other drivers to have penalties as well. Toycoin and Menace both in the pit set. There's a 3-second gap then between those two drivers and the race leader then. We're to come to that in a minute, and Percy gets defensive then down into turn 1 then. So Immortal's going to go on the outside, is he? He is, and does he have more traction? He does it, and who's that? Kez is all over the show there, and struggling to get the person. Percy on the inside, and slows the car down just enough, and Kez gets it just about right through on the outside, and he is done. A magnificent manoeuvre from Percy. He's now in second position. Hats off to Keza for giving him the room as well, because I think that Keza's seen that, and potentially that could have been an almighty shunt there. So, where has Toycoin and Menace come out in? Toycoin and Menace are both out in clear red, and they got 11-second gap there. That is perfect for what they want then. Sarah's must have done flashbacks there. So am I, to be honest, because I think I was involved in a queue just like this before I bottled it. Just watching that person. 4.2 seconds the gap is now. Before that action went on, I was saying, Sam Swift Ninja got enough of a gap then to coming up. No, he's staying out then. So as Brabbitt's off the circuit, oh no, and Brabbitt there is at an issue at turn 12. Brabbitt then it's been a very difficult race for Brabbitt so far. Into the pits comes Percy. Into the pits comes Zach Keza in the pits as well. There is the gap. It's 5.1 seconds now for Sam Swift Ninja. Sam Swift's going to have a tyre offset of about 2 or 3 laps then, at least then, over Toycoin and Menace, but of course the question is the gap that he had about 3 seconds going to be enough then to repel the who's that? That's Mr. Rage up the inside of Chappers. Mr. Rage and Cam have not pitted earlier on then, and I think they're going to the end of the race, because it's certainly going to be, and look at how much they're closed in on this incredible gaggle of cars of Immortal, Equals and Troy. This is looking very swimmingly now for Cam and Mr. Rage, and I am now wondering if the front runners know about this, and if they do know about this, what are they going to do about it then? They will have younger, harder tyres, but as we said that, but I do feel that it's going to be difficult to overtake these drivers, and albeit they will have a lot younger tyres, but I do feel that they will not, it's not going to be a breeze to get past them, I don't think. Sam's got to cover him off, Serious Merchant saying, yes, I think he does, because I think he's going to be beyond both Menace and Toycoin here, because they're absolutely flying. They've had a lot of, into the pits comes the world champion out, Sam, and he's heard Serious Russian's plea. He's in the pits then now. But where's he going to come out then? Lucas Percy is about 2 seconds away from Menace and Toycoin then. So Sam Swift and Ninja in the pits, and we'll keep an eye on where he comes out in just a jiffy, as we're just watching this incredible battle here. Nameless has got DRS. There's Madge up into a superb 11th position now. Unfortunately for Madge, as now his Cam is through back past it. It's great to see Mr. Rage and Boy on a good old scrap here. He's had a difficult season so far this season, as Madge said, as Sam Sam Swift Ninja is out. Where is he? He is out, just behind. He's just out, just behind these two battling cars, but it's 2 seconds in front of Lucas Percy and Kesselden. So that is the important part here. He's in front of Percy and Keza. In terms of the championship, anyway, they may not be important in this race as such. So Sam Swift has got 2 lap younger, harder tires than Menace and Toy Coin. Then is that going to be crucial in this race? Said I don't think that's enough, but Sam Swift was very quick, wasn't he, in the early stage of this race? And I think he's still got the pace at this moment in time. Then it does feel that Sam Swift Ninja does have the pace over the rest of the field so far. Madge, you make me laugh. On board, yeah, I know. I should really learn how to pronounce drivers' names, shouldn't I? Out the final turn, Immortal still leads the way then, with Equaz in second, Troy in third, German in fourth position. That's the first of the DRS train. It's not really much of a train. It's more of a train going to Southampton. Really, it's only got 4 carriages. Mr. Raging Bull is doing a great job today, and so is Cam as well. I'm loving seeing this. Oh, so let me tell you, brilliant stuff indeed. Chappers is in seventh position. Then we got Madge into the pits now. Legends is in 8th position. Nameless in 9th. Coop in 10th position there. Bravitt is being hunted down now by these 3 drivers that just come in the pits there. Percy hasn't got the pace at the moment there. He's now dropped another couple of tenths of a second behind them. But Keza in 15th position and 16th for Keza as well. As Menace Max, look at this, and they're now homing up to the back of Bravitt, and that's going to be another a roadblock, a mobile chicane, because Bravitt is on older hard tyres here, as Bravitt is getting out of the way. That's very gentlemanly there for Bravitt. Very good stuff indeed, and that means it's going to be all fair now in this one. I think 90% of the drivers would not have done that, so good stuff indeed there for Bravitt then, but that's going to lose an abundance amount of race time then. Mr. Rage of Bull is still doing a good job there in 5th position there. I have no idea how this race is going to play out, and that's what I love about this. It's fantastic. Out the final turn then. Where's our 4th car? German's dropped off the back here. Nameless in the pit said. The only driver on the medium tyres now, who's now in the pit said. So Immortal leads. Then we got Equaz Troy, and then we got German, and who's that then? That's Cam passes Mr. Rage, as we got all kinds. Menace has taken Toy Coin, and Sam Swift almost into the back of the RB car here. Oh my word, that half distance in this race. I'm going to cough. Let me get some decorum back. My word. Sam Swift now all over the gearbox of Toy Coin here. I don't know where to look, to be honest. It's an incredible race indeed then. As just watching Sam Swift at the brow of the hill, and whereas Bravitt then is and again, Percy has lost out more time then to these drivers in front here. Goodness gracious me! I would have blocked them like a Marty so and so. Says Serious Bishop. I would have done the same, to be honest. But then again, Bishop, me and you are not very nice people, and that's why McLaren have employed us. So just watching. Cam's got a 3-second penalty. That's the only second driver that's got a 3-second penalty at the moment. And I think also Mr. Rage's got a 3-second penalty as well. I hope that don't cost them, because they're having a great race so far. By the way, I'm not saying the McLaren don't employ nice people. That is far from it. That is the reason why me and Mushroom are part of the McLaren fold. Then on lap 19, then out of 35, then just over half distance in this race now. Menace is set the fast up the race and is now leading to that. And it looks Sam Swift has got past. Well, Toy Coin struggling for pace at this stage of proceedings. Sam Swift is back up to a net second position here, but there is so much more going on in this race now. We got the drivers, the top 4 drivers will be coming into the pits and going on to medium tyres. How quick are they going to be at the end? Are they going to be a factor at the end of this race? Then have they given themselves enough time? It's going to be difficult, to say the least. And then what about Cam? What about Chappers? What about Mr. Rage and Legends? They have all pitted and do not need to pit again. But those tyres are going to be well past their best. That could be another That could be another curveball in this Grand Prix. But look at Sam Swift. He is absolutely flying out there now, isn't he? You can just see the way he is handling the car, the way he has thrown the car around. He has got confidence, the world champion has. And now he is putting a lot of pressure on Menace here. Look at the braking that he's got there. He is in a league of his own now. It's the all of a sudden Sam Swift is. Sam Swift has been a bit of doldrums in the last couple of races, but it's really picked up his game here tonight, hasn't he? in race trim especially. He's flying out there. Troy is in the pits, and so Troy then is coming to the pits, and after 19 laps on those hard tyres, Sam Swift is now breezed past Menace and takes 9th position then, and potentially a de facto lead then. Sam Swift is absolutely doing a clinic in Grand Prix racing at the moment. Fantastic 17. There's our gaggle of cars up in front of us. Coupe, Legends, Chappers, Mr. Rage, Cam. Then we have got German, who has lost an abundance amount of time. I'm not sure if German's got damage or if something's gone wrong with his hard tyres, because he has now dropped into the clutch of this gaggle of cars there. German was in the battle for the lead. Now he's dropped right back then. I thought he was just taking a breather, but no. Now then 13 lap old hard tyres are going off then, says Serious Mushroom then. So not ideal then at all then. So Troy is now come out of the pits in 16th position there on those fresh medium tyres on board with Nosey. So Nosey and Indigo then, of course, they pitted earlier on in this race then, so they could potentially, I feel they could potentially get some major points here, depending on that, because the top 8 are still yet to pit, or I think would need to pit, or if not pit, they'll be very slow towards the end. And the only drivers that don't need to pit in this top 8 is we got into the pits now comes Chappers, and so Chappers is in the pits as well now on board a Legend. And you can see in the background that there is Sam Swift Ninja, there is Menace Max. German has lost out to Cam here, and now we've got Sam Swift up the inside there. Legends out on a completely different strategy, so I don't think he's going to be finding the champion too hard here. And now we got Menace Max, who's also trying to sneak past on the outside, and he's done so. And of course Legends there could not really put up too much of a fight there, because he's on a completely different strategy. Cam doing a great job, and Wolf's got a 3-second penalty as well. The penalty's starting to rack in here. Only one retirement so far, not 21 out of 35. On board with Cam, who's doing a superb job. This is Cam's best race of his season so far. He's driving a superb race out there in the McLaren team. Whoa, back end there, just trying to go away from that. German now in 4th position as we got, whoa, Menace there on the outside. They're getting past Mr. Rage and Bull. Toy Coin is now 2 cars behind. There he is. Toy Coin is there. That is crucial in this race and for Toy Coin. But my goodness me, I feel Menace and Sam Swift are really throwing their cars very much into like qualifying trim there. Toy Coin has just got through and up past Legend into 8th position now. Wow. Is German going to come to the pits? No, he is staying out then. I wonder if German's going to try and get to a sensible window and potentially go on to the maybe soft tyres. Is that doable, Mushroom? Mushroom is our tyre expert there. He's our Ted Graphics down the pit lane. Or Louise Goodman, as I keep swallowing my tongue now because it's getting so squeaky bum time here. Sam Swift now back up into 4th position there. German now 21 lap old tyres now for German. Has been on those tyres since the start then, along with Immortal, along with Equaz as well. Those drivers have absolutely dropped him. On the outside goes Menace. Great manoeuvre there from Menace. Once again, hands off to the driver on the inside there for not running the driver out wide. Superb stuff then. Troy now, who's gets it all over the back of Percy. Percy has not got the pace at the moment as he's struggling out there. Percy is they have been dropped, haven't they, quite considerably from the front 3. My word there. And Menace now all over the back of Sam Swift, because Sam Swift has not got past Cam at the moment. Sam Swift then is flying out there, and whoa, is Cam there, almost losing the car. Contact between Cam and Sam Swift as Cam there also on older tyres, and now Menace through as well. German's got a penalty. Oh my word there. Sam Swift, I wonder if it's Sam Swift's feeling the press there and taking a bit of throwing caution to the wind potentially. Or maybe did he need to do that potentially then? Softs the rubbish then, for a second, so that is out of the question as well. Lap 22 out of 35 then. So the medium tyres, and I assume we'll be going on for the front 2, and Sam Swift is now going to take the lead of this race. And there he goes, and Sam Swift is now leading the race. Second position is Menace Max. Third is Cam then. Cam doing a great job at the moment there. Cam does not need to pit, and Toy Coin in 4th position. Good man! Oh my goodness me! And there's contact between German and Toy Coin now, and goodness gracious me, and we see there's a bit of argy-bargy. Is that damage there on Toy Coin? And we see there's a bit of argy-bargy between the 2 drivers in Silverstone as well. And my word, Brabbit out of the Grand Prix, a nightmare race then for Brabbit then, and contact, my goodness me. Oh dear, that felt a bit personal to me. I'm not sure about anyone else out there, but my word. Gosh, as I just watching, I thought that was a bit of more debris coming off there as well. German then struggling now. Mr. Rage is right underneath the gearbox of the Kick Sauber there. His teammate, so I wonder if German might let his teammate free here because his teammate, well, they've only done 5 laps less on those hard tyres, but I think that might be crucial in this Grand Prix here. Keza and Person out to the back of this crocodile, but they have lost so much time, haven't they? Menace Max is now within DRS range, and let's see as German now finally comes into the pits. German is it got a bit fruity between himself and Toycoin. Toycoin is now about 3 seconds away from these two drivers. Now he lost a lot of time in that traffic. Mr. Rage there is trying to defend that, and who's that? That's Person coming down the inside there, and he is through. They're going past the the Red Bull car. Yellow flag out there for one of the Mercedes cars. I'm not sure which car it was. I think it must be Max there. And they're just watching as Mr. Rage has not given up this race because he is fighting for position at this moment in time. He does not need to go into the pit set as Bravo is left for session, unfortunately. On the outside goes Percy. Through he goes then. Mr. Rage is off the circuit and Keswick trying to go on the outside in the Haas car. Is he going to do it here? That's going to be an incredible maneuver if he does, and not quite. And Keza still in 7th position there. And that's crucial for Percy because now he's going to be given a bit of a respite. Out of the race goes Mags as well. And so Mags out of the race in that Mercedes car, down to 17 runners and riders. German coming out in 17th position now. Toy licked that and centre said that Serious Russian led as it was getting very herring scare between the two drivers. Keza up into 6th position, getting past Mr. Rage there. Mr. Rage is now starting to drop down the order. What about Cam? Cam is doing a great job out there in 3rd position. So is Mr. Rage. I'm loving seeing these two drivers really battle it out here and in the top echelons of the points. Unfortunately, though, their tyres are starting to become a limited factor in this race, and their tyres, I think, potentially could be a major factor now. As down into 3rd position goes Toy Coin, and I do feel as I look at that, though, Cam is not having any of it there, is he? Of course, Cammy Paul has had a pole position in his career. Has been on the podium as well in ALR Gold, then, but we haven't seen the best of Cam Humphrey so far this season. Oh my goodness me! And Mr. Rage and Legends are getting very feisty of each other, and my goodness gracious me, both of them on very similar tyres. Legends actually done a couple more laps more than Mr. Rage there, but Legends doesn't do 7th position now, and the strategy's all over the show. Indigo on fresh medium tyres up to 10th, and Indigo dropped down to 11th there. Oof, gosh. I got a bit of indigestion now as well. Oh, my word. Incredible. Sam Swift Ninja still hasn't got away from Menace Max, who's going for his first Grand Prix win. Well, Sam Swift Ninja would love to go for, I think it would be his 3rd Grand Prix win of the season, or 4th Grand Prix in the season. Sam Swift there, if he, at the moment, as it stands, he will retake in the Drivers' Championship. That is the most crucial thing for Sam Swift at this moment in time. With Toy Coin in 3rd position there, getting through the traffic, did cause Toy Coin to lose an abundance amount of time. Cam in 4th position there, he pitted on the first safety car. That's why there's a bit of a tyre offset, as you can tell on the left-hand side tower. Percy in 5th position there. Of course, Percy's just not on the pace here tonight, sadly. Keza in 6th position there with Legend 7th and Mr. Rage in 8th position. Troy is the highest runner on the fresh and medium tyres in the 8th position. Has got past Mr. Rage, now he's dropped down to 9th. Similar strategy Mr. Rage has done to Cam and to Legend as well, both coming into the pits very early on in this race, and that's why there's a tyre offset. Oh my word, and the motor in 10th position as well. Start on the hard tyres, now on the medium tyres, and try to get to the end of the race. They're going to be quicker than the hiccup as well. Same with Equals at up to 12th position, getting past Nosey. Here comes Troy. Troy's on the outside, and I think the Legends there was thought better of it and did not want to waste any time either. Back at the front of the field, that this is the state of play with just 10 laps to go in this race. I need a pee, but I can't take my eyes off of this. This is going to get very interesting. There are 3 retirements in this gold race here tonight. That Menace Max and Sam Swift Ninja again fighting for the Grand Prix win. As I mentioned, Sam Swift Ninja wants to take the lead in the championship. Menace Max wants to get his first Grand Prix win. Remember, only at half distance in this World Championship, so Menace could still be a menace in this championship as well. So I don't think for any sense of imagination that Sam Swift wants to let Menace by. Well, he never wants to let Menace by because he's a racer, isn't he? But I think that Sam Swift does feel that Menace is probably still a major factor in the outcome of this World Championship. Kez is alongside Cam. He's through, passes Cam. There he goes. Troy is going to be a factor, I think, in this race. I'm going to be honest. I think Percy may struggle to finish 4th at the moment. Troy's starting to come at them. And what about the other? Now we've also got also on medium tyres. Equals on medium tyres as well. Then with just 8 laps to go, Percy may struggle to finish in that position. Then, oh my word, there's so much still to happen in this one. On board now with Menace once again. 3 retirements in this race. Cars out of the race losing the car at turn 11, I think it was. Brabant having a horror show today. We're not sure if he damaged his front rear wing when we seen him come to blows at turn 2. Madge, unfortunately, we seen him have a half spin as well, and then of course came to the pits to retire. So those are the 3 retirements so far at this one. And then of course the front 3 have got no penalties at the moment. Percy in 4th position. 5th position is Ketzer with Cam in 6th position there, but Cam, I think it's going to be very much a mobile chicane now. No disrespect, but I think that Cam is going to be very slow on these hard tyres, as is Legends, as is Mr. Rage. And I feel that those drivers probably was hoping for a safety car or something. Here's Menace having them just looking there, just trying to disturb Sam Swift ever so slightly. Of course, I don't think he was close enough. But then again, I thought the same about that when Piastri overtook Charles Leclerc in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix earlier on today. Immortal now up into a 9th position there. Where is Immortal thinking that he can finish this race? I think it's going to be 4th. Surely he's going to be aiming for 4th in this race and on those very young, hard, medium compound tyres there. Is that a bit too much of a stretch though? Like the 14 others, I forgot to hit the like button. Shocking stuff indeed there, of course. Like the stream if you can. And then if you don't like the stream, then of course don't like it then. But of course, if you don't like it, then I'll be very disappointed. Kez all over the back now of Percy. I'm wondering then if I'm going to be honest. Percy is this is one of those days where you really show your championship credentials, don't you? It's days like this where you're not very much on par with your greatest performance in Grand Prix racing, but there's days like this where you can fish points where points was possibly not available, and I do feel that today could be one of those days. But Keza, we've seen right from the get-go in qualifying here tonight that the Keza was absolutely flying from the get-go, possibly deserves a podium here. They're 3 seconds away. You can see Toy Coin just up the road there, and now here comes Keza. Then as you can see, we're watching from the pit cam here, but you can see them Percy. They're very quick in a straight line. That could be the major factor here of Percy keeping that full position there. And Troy there going well wide there. And Troy there was trying to get back at him, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Troy's going to be disappointed with that because that could cost him. Potentially that could cost him a position to Immortal as well, because Immortal is going to be quicker than these 2 drivers. And whilst Troy is stuck behind Cam in the very twisty stuff of the second split around here. Oh dear then. So keep an eye on that time. That is going to be ticking down now. Back on board with Ketzer then as he's in 5th position and really pressuring Percy. Percy there very much keeping it neat and stable there. Mortar's penalty though, Sean. Thank you very much, Russian. Of course, I always get carried away, don't I? Let's take a look at the penalties. 3-second penalty moment for Cam and for Mortal. From 3 seconds for Mr. Rage, Indigo, Knowlesy and German there. I forgot about penalties. Farf, positions please. as I think Farf is the man on the driver of the day vote tonight. Of course, I would say that Cam probably deserves a shout out for driver of the day. Unfortunately for Cam though, he is going to stay out there. He's going to be quite slow here as Menace just wants that straight to be slightly longer. Keza probably wants the straight to be stronger as well, and he's on the outside. Percy getting the squeeze, but just keeping up with this there and perfectly parking it on the apex there is Percy, and so he couldn't allow Keza to go up and under there. Oh my goodness gracious me. And Troy now up into 6th position, passes Cam there. Immortal arrived there possibly a little too late there for Immortal's point of view, but Mortal there will probably be feeling he can get past Troy. I think that I must say actually I thought that these medium runners would be a bit quicker than this, but now Troy is up in his 6th position. Then he's 3 seconds back from Percy and Keza. German's got a 3-second penalty down in 16th position there. Staying out at the moment is stayed out for a very long time, that German did, and unfortunately that probably cost him abundance amount of time. But he is on fresh medium tyres, but I think it's too little too late for German to do anything about this now then. Of course, so there are the positions on the screen now then. It'll be very interesting to see how this weather transpires. Back at the front then, and Menace there is 4/10 seconds back, but once again he's a 10th or 2 too late there, isn't he? Going down into turn 1. It does feel very, very similar to the Piastri, and and Charles Leclerc battle on the outside there for Keza, but Percy there showing him his rear wheel, and Keza there is going to get very frustrated with this, isn't that? Percy is doing all the right things, so we see that is why Percy has won 23 Grand Prix in his ALR career, and that is why Percy is a world champion as well. He knows how to attack, he knows how to defend as well, and I think Kez is going to get very frustrated that 31 out of 35 here, the laps are starting to disappear though, aren't they, unfortunately. Whoa, there's a Multor struggling there, and Cam is still in 70s. He drives superbly well. Unfortunately for Cam then, as he's got penalties and he could drop out of the points here. He might be able to salvage 10 minutes there, but look at all the Kira cars that are starting to funnel up behind him here. This is going to get very tense indeed for any Cam fans out there, but he's been superb today. Driver of the Day voters are Menace Max, Percy, Sam Swift and Cam, all very much in the Driver of the Day vote for today. I must say Keza has been a superb driver as well today, hasn't he? It's such a shame you can only have 4 drivers for Driver of the Day vote, because I reckon that Favre could have probably put 10 in today. Keza would have been another driver he would have put in, I'm sure of it, along with Mr. Rage as well, who's doing a superb job out there. Equal's also doing a great job as well. Very fantastic. Now Mortal is through, passes Cam, and it's starting to look a bit bleak for Cam, isn't there? But it's just such a shame. Then this incredible strategy for Cam then might come up just a bit short here. As Knowlesy now into 12th position, a good race as well for Knowlesy. Well, maybe Knowlesy should potentially be enough to draw today as well. Then go on, Keza lad, says Serious Mush. Then on board with Menace at the moment. He's got 4 laps to go. What is Menace going to do here? Menace knows that Sam Swift Ninja is in the battle for the Drivers' Championship, and Williams are in the battle for the Constructors. Does Menace take a lunge and go for his first Grand Prix win then? Because surely he would know that Sam Swift would just jump out the way, wouldn't he? Because of his championship position. You would think that, wouldn't you? Is that what Menace is all about then? Well, we're going to find out now. 5/10 of a second is the gap. As I was mentioning, this is like the Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri battle in Azerbaijan earlier on today, isn't it? It's all about tenths. It's all about tenths and milliseconds, and this one isn't for the battle for the lead. But Sam Swift just has enough grunts down that back straight, down the start-finish straight, to repel the attack of Sam Swift, and the same for Keza as well, as Immortal has now got past Troy, and we've also got Equals having 2 superb 8 finish as well. Unfortunately for Immortal, as Serious Rush has pointed out, he does have a 3-second penalty, so I don't think that Troy's going to be too concerned about that. Equals in 8th position there. 9th is Cam. Legends doesn't need to overtake Cam to keep that, to get that 9th position. Legends as well actually deserves a shout for driver of the day. He's been superb out there. So it's unfortunate we've only got 3 driver. Unfortunately we've only got like 4 slots for driver of the day, because Legends also deserves a shout as well. It's been superb, hasn't he? Fantastic driving out there for some drivers here. It's like superb. Ooh, that 33 out of 35, and my word there. I must admit, I don't like breaking the sweat on a Sunday, but I'll do it for ALR Formula 1. It's been fantastic. There's Toy Coin. A bit of a lonely race, hasn't he, since he's got past, got through the traffic there. But I do think Toy Coin probably lost interest when he realised how far behind he was from Menace and from Sam Swift. And I think that, otherwise I feel it's could have been a 3-car battle for the lead there. There's Toy Coin in the background there, but I think that it just took a bit too long to get past the traffic there for Toy Coin, and that possibly cost him a chance for the win there. Keza is now close, and he's been there, and he's on the outside here. So Percy on the inside, then Percy breaking later, and they're showing in the rear wheel then, and Percy once again then, and really making sure that Keza loses all momentum there, and Keza unfortunately unable to get by at the moment. Oh my word there, and I'm wondering if Keza wants to go on the inside there, but Percy was refusing to let Keza go on the inside. He made sure that Keza was going on the outside there, and then Percy would have had the inside brake later and straightened up the steering wheel, which didn't allow Keza to go up and under and do the old up and under there. But unfortunately for Keza and Percy at the moment keeping that full position, as I mentioned, this is crucial in terms of the championship later on down the line then. As it stands, I think the championship lead is going to be 2 points, 3 points in the favour of Sam Swift Ninja. So Sam Swift Ninja, if he stays in the lead, will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. That's how crucial it is then for Sam Swift Ninja to win this Grand Prix today. It's not just about racking up another win for Sam Swift. It's about taking the lead in the Drivers' Standing as well. Kez has more battery, says says Serious Russian. We're on board now. He has a lot more battery, doesn't he? But Perch has a good lot of battery as well. On board now with Kessler. He's draining that battery. He's going for it then. He's going on the outside then. I just thought that there was a gap there for potentially going on the inside then. But no, not quite then. But Percy has still got that. Oh, but Kess had a bit of a wobble coming out of the first turn. And I think that Percy has done enough, and great defending there from Percy today. Hats off to him. Equalser is just too far back alone, and Legends is fighting with his teammate here, and Indigo is up the inside. Legends got no penalties here, so Legends knows so, but Legends also knows he could lose a position out to Cam here, so this is not ideal for the Red Bull team, isn't there? And Indigo is fighting with Legends and cuts across there, and oh goodness me, and all Legends and Indigo almost going off the circuit. Legends has done 35 laps on these hard tires. That's incredible driving there from Legends. But look at the time. Look at the time now. They're going to look at Legend. That's cost Legends. That's cost Legends. 9th position here. Keza is through, or is he? No, because Percy's got back through. Sam Swift Ninja wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. What an incredible race win there from Sam Swift Ninja, and takes the lead in the driver's standings. Oh my goodness me. But this battle for 4th and 5th position was looking to get a bit heated there, but Percy just about finishes 4th. But Sam Swift Ninja leads the championship by three or so points in the driver's standings. Said, wow, what an incredible race that was. That's Sam Swift Ninja's 11th race win of his career, his 5th race win of the season. Oh my goodness me, what's happened there? There's debris all over the show. Knowles, he's had an issue on the line there. Is he crashed? I don't know what's happened, but there's debris all over there. And Knowles, I don't think it's going to be a classified finisher here. That's a shame for Knowles. Oh dear, oh dear. So Sam Swift Ninja is 5th race win of the season then for Sam Swift. His 11th race win of his career as well for Sam Swift. An incredible race that was. What a battling effort for Sam Swift. I thought that Sam Swift there was going to run and hide there, but Menace very much had a different idea in that second phase of the Grand Prix. What an incredible race that was there. Oh, my word. Oh, yes, I love that as well. Fantastic. Sam Swift retakes the lead in the driver's standings, give or take a few points, and fantastic driving indeed there for Sam Swift today. Driver of the day does go to Cam, and he absolutely deserves it because Cam has had a horror show of a season, but today I felt that was the drive that he deserved points there. Brilliant stuff indeed there. I finally got points, woo, and also Cam, you got driver of the day as well, my good sir. Well done indeed. As the bubbly is being sprayed. Oh, I got indigestion after that. Hopefully we get a final classification as well, please. For some reason, we don't get a classification, do we, on Sundays at the moment, which is really annoying. But there we go. Good stuff indeed there. But Sam Swift Ninja there does take a Grand Prix win, does take a lead in the driver's standings there, with Menace getting second today. Toy Coin on the podium as well. Good stuff indeed. Percy and Kes had a great battle for 4th and 5th in the end. So it was getting very fruity whistle on that final lap as well, but unfortunately we missed most of it. But a really good result indeed. Alex is the admin. He could be first for once. Whatever happened to Knowles? He had an almighty shunt, didn't he, in that final stage there? And goodness me, because there's debris being flicked all over the show there, wasn't it? Very horrific stuff indeed. That. Oh, well, tomorrow night then, of course, we have got some silver action tomorrow night, which will include, of course, Ultimate Beast has got a 60-point lead now in the championship, with Mumford now dropping back ever so slightly, and of course, only Gordo is 81 points away from from Mumford, who is second at the moment there. So it looks like it's going to be a two-horse race in the championship, just like it is in golf then. But Menace today showed that he can certainly hang there and can certainly be a major menace indeed in the driver's standings then. Oh my goodness gracious me. Well, it's 9 o'clock. No one's here, so I think I'm good to go. Right, absolutely great. Somebody, thank you very much to Mushroom there. Thank you very much, everyone that's commented as well. Great draw of the day there for Cam, and brilliant stuff indeed. I'm going to lie down, but before I do, I need to get a towel to wipe my brow because I'm a bit sweaty. Tomorrow night is silver. Then question is, can anyone stop Ultimate Beast? He's in absolutely fine form at the moment. I'll be back for Tuesday night for bronze there. Alex is going to be taking you through the action for silver tomorrow. Cannot wait.